Alright. So moving into the round of 4. In the top position, we have... Alright. We have SJ Doty as the purple pro sauce. Wait, what? Did Doty just ping himself? Did Doty just let Yan know where he is? On the other side is LRM Yan. Alright. So, yeah. This cast is supposed to be 3 hours. It's not going to be 3 hours. I'm going to have to extend my deepest apologies to Elegant. And I'll cut some of the games, but not all of them. Alright. Okay, so Yan doesn't know the map, and Doty's pinging where he is. That's nice. He could have pinged both locations, though, and it's like, I'm at one of these two. That would have been nice and fair, but this way, like, Yan gets an unfair advantage. Like, Yan knows where Doty is, Doty does not know where Yan is. Like, by pinging both of them, they're on even ground, because they both essentially know the map. I mean, Doty actually knows the map, and Yan just kind of knows the map, but... Man, Doty is 2-mana. Like, ridiculously mana. Like, he's gonna come in, he's gonna go 2-gate. Okay, prediction time. Doty's gonna go 2-gate, and then he's going to come and attack Yan, and Yan's gonna go like, whoa, why are you attacking me? I wasn't ready. Can you leave for a little while and come back? My cannons are still warping in. You caught me unprepared. And Doty's gonna be like, oh, no problem, bro. And he's just gonna back off and wait for 5 minutes, and then go and kill Yan. That's the prediction. Doty kills Yan, then Yan asks Doty to stop, Doty does stop, then Doty comes back and finishes the job. I can't fix the scores. Alright, so we do have 2-gate versus 2-gate. Pretty solid opening. As the Zealots, the reason why, the limitation of the 2-gates in normal PvP is that once goons come out in a reasonable number, the effectiveness of the Zealots go down. And they just stop being good, and then you have a lot of things that don't do a whole lot anymore. Not to mention that your tech is delayed. But in this matchup, that point where the Zealots stop being good, it needs to come because of either a lot of cannons or because of scouts. In either way, it's going to be later than in a normal PvP. So going for lots of Zealots, stronger than it would be, stronger than it would be normally. Also, Yan's pretty scared of mana pylons. Like, it's pretty excessive. Like, he absolutely refuses to be mana pyloned. And actually, I think that this one might actually disrupt mining a little bit. Just a little bit. Alright, engagement in the middle of the map. Doty getting a little bit of a better end of it, but Yan's reinforcements are coming, and now he's gonna get the jump on Doty. Doty not ready for that, and Doty needs to pull back now. Still 6 versus 6. Alright, and there's the assimilator for Doty. Now, since we haven't seen either of these players' games, we don't know. We don't know what they think the right way to play this matchup is. Right now, Yan is going for a fast expansion, and Doty's going for tech. Both of those seem like perfectly plausible options right now. Doty's distracted with the Zealots up here, and then A probe coming in to scout. I thought this was actually a zealot. I thought this was going to be a zealot guy trying to sneak in, score 1 or 2 probe kills. And Yan's pulled all the way back. Doty is making slow progress, but he doesn't want to engage up this ramp quite yet. Quite yet. Alright, Cybercore is up, and what is the first building going to be? Still waiting on the first building. Is it going to be a robo? Ooh, that looks like a proxy robo. That looks like a proxy robo. Indeed it is. Alright. So, apparently, in these two players' games, air was not a factor at all. As Doty comes in, it looked like he was going to get a really nice engagement there. But it somehow turned out that Yan, in the process of retreating, got an amazing arc. So Doty's going to be forced back a little bit. But he has better position now. And he wants to be on this side anyway. He doesn't want to have to deal with the Reaver being isolated. I'm guessing that he's going to make a shuttle. If he had built the thing up here, then he would just walk the Reaver. But it's a little bit too far away for that. And he's not doing anything with the time that the support bay is building. So might as well start the shuttle. It delays the Reaver ever so slightly, but by getting the shuttle, you're actually speeding up the process because it takes longer for the Reaver to walk over than it does for the shuttle to make. Or the excess of the shuttle to make. Alright. So, this is going to be horrible for Yan. Yan has nothing to combat. Has absolutely nothing to combat Reavers. He is getting a Stargate. So, the Stargate finishes, and then he gets a Scout out. And then the Scout can start doing things. But until then, the Reaver is going to be ridiculously powerful. Doty needs to not go in. Oh, okay, that's what he was doing. He was moving up just to secure a path for reinforcement zealots to get here. I like it. 6 extra zealots. Subtle little movement, but it's going to work. But it's a really nice one. That Reaver's making. The Stargate should be just about done. Yeah, it's just about done at the same time the Reaver is. And as soon as that's done, Yan has got to start making the first Scout. He's going to have enough money for it, barely. He's got to make a Scout. There we go. Scout's making. He might also have speed going. Yeah, he does have speed going. Helps a little bit, but it actually won't even be in time for this engagement. This is bad. This is very well. I think this is bad. The Reaver's just going to dominate. No, he is not going to go for the attack. Instead, just going for Reaver harass with a couple of very injured zealots. The Reaver's dropped first. It's going to eat some shots from the cannon. Re-picked up. Ooh. That was a bait. It was a bait. Doty just wanted to distract and try to get Yan to pull back, but no. Yan held firm. And when Doty had so little time before that first Scout gets out, oh man, Yan, with Will of Steel, does not pull back all of his zealots to try to defend against it. And it was the absolutely right move. And here comes the Scout. Rat-ta-ta-ta. Unfortunately, it doesn't look like he's going to be doing the same stuff that Lancer X was. He's got to get as many Scarabs off as possible. Got to get more Scarabs off. More Scarabs. Got to get... No! Only 2! Only 2 Scarabs off on the Zealot pack. And is that going to be enough? Is that going to be enough? There's one Scout overhead that doesn't matter so much. It looks like Doty has a pretty big advantage right now. A pretty big advantage in terms of numbers. There is still a single Scout. And now Shuttle and Shuttle Speed is done. So that's going to be picking off a lot of the probe. No, it's not. It's going to pick off absolutely nothing. There we go. There we go. And this cannon's actually doing a lot of damage. This cannon has been constantly firing for quite a while now. Doty's Scout is going to get in here. Scout versus Scout battle. I think Doty's Scout loses. Yeah, just barely. And now the DTs are out for Yan, so Doty with a big, big attack. Not going to pan out for him. It got close. Got close. He took out a lot of probes, but did not kill the Nexus. Man, so what does Doty's base look like right now? Getting +1 attack and getting scouts. So, this is actually looking remarkably similar. Not the game itself isn't that similar, but kind of the general build ideas for these two players. Remarkably similar to Locdog versus Lancer X. Scouts being really good. Early Zealots good, then stop making Zealots. And then use DTs and Reavers sparingly. Oh, what's that attacking? Why can't I find the second DT? There it is. Man, does that DT blend in. Alright. So, DTs in the base. One of them is going to get killed. Wow. Ian, very unfortunate letting it run so far in. The other DT still alive, though, and stops that expansion from going down. Where Yan still has his expansion up. Do we have an observatory? I don't see an observatory. Yeah, we have no observatory. Building an extra cannon here, it can't save the gateway, but it will at least cover the stargates. Doty putting a Nexus on the island. Like it. It's a good move. We do have a shuttle with a Reaver, so we can go in for some harass, but that shuttle has very little health. Does have speed, though. Does have speed. And a scout escort. Well, that's nice. Looks like one scout out for... Oh, there's the second scout. I'm wondering where that other one was, but it's very injured. So Doty does have the advantage. The Reaver... Can it get the... No, it can't get another Scarab off. I don't know why it couldn't get another Scarab off, but it couldn't. And that... Actually, wouldn't have killed any of them. Wow, that first Scarab didn't even hit. No, it probably killed a Zealot and then it light splashed the other ones. Alright. So, Doty does have a +1 upgrade, getting an early +1 upgrade for the scouts. Yan does not have it. Doty can go in and engage this. If he can pick off scouts like this, he definitely should take the advantage. Wow, Yan's not getting any more scouts, not getting any scout upgrades. So Yan, I guess we're going to see something different out of him than what we've seen. Going for the ground, going for a Zealot Archon army. Alright, Speedlot Archon. Ooh, that's a storm. That's a pretty nice storm too. But the scouts go down. So that's going to be it for Yan's Air Force. Here come the Speedlots. There is a Dark Templar still here that could be brought into the attack, and this is going to be quite strong. Does Doty have enough stuff to stop this? He only has 2 cannons. There's a lot of probes blocking the cannon. The cannon could not be in a better position, but the Zealots are eventually going to get back there. The probes are actually killing off some of the Speedlots, but no. The cannon falls too quickly. One scout overhead to try to help out here. And the Zealots will be cleaned up. But was it too much? Was it too much? Losing 8+ probes? Oh, yes it was, because the DT's coming. That's it. DT's in there. Doty doesn't have his other base really set up. I don't even know. He can't transfer probes. You can see it on the minimap. He hasn't mined out the minerals yet. So it's still an island. And that DT just racking up the kills. There's even a High Templar that walked in. On the other side, we have some Archons trying to do a little bit of harass to an... Excuse me, some Scouts trying to do a little bit of harass to an Archon, but... Doty getting a little bit too fancy for his own good here. And Yan just stuck to the basic stuff. I'm just going to go Speedlot DT Archon. And Yan takes game 1. Alright. So, game number 2, Ooh, destination. Destination. Here we go. Doty has some sick proxies. I'm expecting proxy gates. No. Yes. Okay. Okay, here we go. So Doty is teal. Doty is teal. Yan is purple. And obviously Doty was going to proxy. But Yan also decided to proxy. Really? Kind of predictable. Kind of predictable. So, both probes exchanging pleasantries out in the middle of the map. And then horror gates. I assume horror gates. Yan has decided to put his first pylon down here. Doty had done that a while ago. As an anti-mana pylon, and he can still put gateways here. So, are both players going to abandon the proxy? Are both players going to abandon their proxy? It's looking like it. Yep. There's Doty's gateway, and Yan throwing one down too. Interesting. Neither player was confident enough in a base race scenario. Or really, I guess both players feared that the other player would build it in their own base, and they didn't want to have to deal with that, but nah. Especially for Doty. Doty's gateway and pylon would have been about the same time. Alright. What I'm guessing what happened was... Here's what happened. Neither player wanted to do horror gates. They both wanted to do the proxy up here, and it was going to be hidden. But since they both saw their probes out in the middle of the map, they both knew that the proxy was coming. And because there was no more element of surprise, they both had an opportunity to throw down the pylon. But Yan's not giving up. Yan is not giving up on his proxy. Doty kept the scout alive for a long time. He's actually looking. He's looking around for a possible proxy here. And... 1 second here. Kind of. Alright. Like, the glare from the sun is, like, moving over. So now it only covered half the monitor. So I shifted my monitor over. Now, the Brood War is at least glare-free. Mostly glare-free. Unfortunately, the little bit that hits it is the mini-map, which is kind of the most important in terms of glare, but... Oh well. Alright, hey, game finally showed up. Oh. Expand? I don't know whether he's trying to say that his proxies are in the expansion or that he did not proxy and he expanded. Either way, Yan's a dirty liar. We had dirty campers, now we have dirty liars. That's so BM! Doty's like, oh yeah, man, don't worry about it. Here's where I spawned. It's fine. And then, like, Yan, no respect. Doty's gonna pull probes. I don't know if he realizes that there are cannons back here. Man, even building a gateway. There is one pylon powering 5 cannons in a gateway. But can the zealots and the probes get back to it? No, I don't think so. I think they have to go for the cannons. There's one probe desperately trying to shoo people away. It's not going to be enough. No. Yan revealed his hand a little bit too quickly. He saw... he got out 3 cannons, and that was going to be it. He was like, okay, 3 cannons is going to be enough to defend myself whenever Dodie attacks, and it turns out it was not. So Dodie still has defending at these zealots. He has some injured zealots of his own. Ooh, Yan's not giving up. Yan's not giving up, and now Yan's zealots are distraction. He's just got to keep the zealot alive, keep units off of these cannons, because if he has zealots plus cannons, he's going to be... Oh, never mind. Yan completely messed that up. Okay, Yan, you're supposed to engage with the zealots a little bit and try to bait Dodie. And if Dodie didn't take the bait, you just attacked him, not completely run away and let Dodie kill off your cannons. So, 31 supply for Yan, 31 supply for Dodie. We are dead even. All right. Once Dodie feels a little bit more confident, he can actually take out that pylon and supply block Yan. That will be nice. All right. Okay. So, Yan's getting a cybercore now, and making another pylon. This pylon still should be taken out. But Dodie already has a cybercore, and he's getting his first scout. Yan, similar to the last game, Yan's going to take a fast expo. Dodie's going to go fast tech, and it didn't end up working out for Dodie in the end. But a very different start to this game might yield different results. Now, Zealots are going in, trying to micro, doing a good job. I mean, it was 5 versus 5 at the start, and Dodie has not lost one yet, compared to Yan, who's lost 2. Now can focus on this Nexus. If he can take that out, that takes away the advantage Yan has at this stage in the game. Would be quite nice, and we have Citadel and 2 more gateways. So that's either DTs or speed lots. Too many gateways. Gotta be speed lots. Gotta be Yan going for a big speed lot attack right now. And Dodie's gonna have scouts. He already has 1 out. So he can start attacking the zealots, but with as many zealots as Yan's gonna be producing. Okay. Okay, Yan, what the hell? You can't go 5 gateways double upgrades off of 1 base. Okay, we're canceling 1 of the gateways and going... You still can't go 4-gate DT with double upgrades off of 1 base. You can't do either of those things. And meanwhile, the scout. Dude, I love how... I don't think I've ever noticed it before, but I love how the animation for the scout goes perfectly with its sound effect. Like, the sound effect for the scout is 4, ... And the animation is also ... And it kind of rolls across. You can't see it on the sparkly, but... Yeah, Yan, you're on 1 base. You can't afford to be accidentally making another fort. Which, there was no way Yan was thinking about going double upgrades. That was a mistake. That was straight up, I forgot I already have a forge because I did this whole mess. It's because of that whole shenanigan I already had a forge. I didn't need to make another one. Alright. So, first DT is out. And that DT is actually going to be able to... Oh, no. First DT's out. He's not going to even bother to save himself. He's going to... Well, it doesn't matter. You know what? He built too many gateways anyway. It's fine. It's fine. It's not like he's going to be able to use all those gateways anyway. You can just let the scouts kill him. Or let the zealots kill him. And on the other side, 2 DTs are coming, but Either way they go, it's either they're going to have to face these two cannons or these two cannons. And the DTs lose both of those fights. I don't think they can get the run by. Yes they can. I'm completely wrong. Man, I thought those... Okay, I thought the cannons would be able to do more. Alright, so 1 DT, it can attack these zealots without being in range of this cannon, I think. I'm instead going to attack the Nexus. A perfectly valid target. As the scouts just continue to work away. And the speed lots threatening to come out. Doty's going to know exactly when the speed lots move out. And Destination does have some pretty far away bases. So he's going to have time. He's going to have a little bit of time to react to this. And Speed's done. I think he saw Speed being done. Yan tried to hide it. And that's why he moved the Zealots out. Even though Doty knew that they were moving. But he was just trying to hide the Speed. Can he get it before the Zealot comes out? Yes, he does. Nice. So, Doty has cannons and Zealots versus a ridiculous number of speed lots. Slow lots and cannons versus speed lots. I'm gonna have, from what we've seen so far, I'm gonna have to favor the cannons. Cannons, ridiculously good. And even more cannons coming in. I don't think Yan should go for the attack. Alright, an Archon coming out. Yan has some anti-air. Yan has some anti-air, and the scouts do not want to mess with that Archon. That is a very scary blue man. Oh, are we using Cliff Micro? We're doing Cliff Micro to the Archon? That's sick, Doty. That's sick, Doty, and oh, just barely not getting the Nexus before it goes down, but they can try to pick... Nah, I don't think the scouts can actually pick up the Nexus faster than it can come in. But doing a little bit of Micro. Microing the Archon. It's not like Mutalisks. You can eat a couple Archon shots with the scouts. It's fine. Meanwhile, so shuttle done, Reaver on the way. Could be for harass, could be just to deal with a lot of speed lots. Both of those would be good. The Archon's lost less than 150 health so far. Nope, there goes the keyboard. Less than 150 health. Alright, so put some shots away on the Nexus. The Archon's coming, cannot get a shot off. But still gonna work away. Like every volley, if he gets all 3 of them, or give me all 4 of them, it's still only like 32 damage. Alright, so the Archon only has 200 health left. Only 200 health. So Doty's making another Stargate. Once again, Doty getting greedy with the tech. He doesn't have a huge army, but does have a lot more cannons, and this bridge is going to be quite nice for defending. Getting a little bit too greedy there, trying to snipe out the Archon. He can get it now, though. Archon goes down. Archon for a scout, and then a lot of damage on on this scout. Not terrible. Alright. So, still doing a good job of chasing these away. There's the Archon. Archon got baited into the main. This scout harass is just more annoying than anything. It's not as if they're not killing a whole lot. I mean, 1 kill, 1 kill, 1 kill on each. It's like, one of those is an Archon. Oh, I heard the Reaver. The Reaver come? The Reaver did come. Doesn't look like he got a shot off on the probes, though. And, ooh. That was some pretty slick Reaver micro. Putting it down, getting a shot off, picking it up before the Archon could fire. And now trying to pick it up again. There are so many speed lots that want to kill the Reaver. And now the shuttle... There we go. Taking out the cannon once again. Taking out the cannon once again. Now, Yan should be really careful, because these Zealots are going to get hit a lot by the Reaver, and it's certainly more damaging when the Reaver shoots it than when the shuttle does. Alright. Fleet beacon. A pretty early fleet beacon from Yan. He doesn't even have any scouts. Oh, he does have 2 scouts out yet. But I guess he's going to be going for that speed very quickly. Doty trying to pull back with the scouts? Oh, man! Ugh. Taking a beating. Taking a beating. Alright. So, through all that harass. Through all the harass, we have Doty pulling away a little bit of a lead. About 15 supply. Yan, ooh. Yan already thinking about carriers. This is a terrible idea. Actually, this is like a horrible idea. I hope he misclicked. I really hope he misclicked and he meant to get the scout speed upgrade. Because your opponent's going scouts. Scouts brutally murder carriers. It's not even close. They're just one-shotting carriers left and right. And Yan's already behind. It's not as if he has a huge economy to be going off of. It's 2 base carrier. That's typically not terribly good. He's gonna get it. Man, I hope he's not doing carriers. I mean, he's just making more scouts. He's not actually making any more carriers. He's just getting interceptor upgrade. I did say it's like the best upgrade in all of StarCraft, so... And it does come with the caveat that you do have to be making carriers for it to have any effectiveness. Alright. So, Doty trying to snipe the Stargates. The Zealot getting in here can be picked off by the other Reaver. There we go. And now the Scouts are coming back. The Reavers are going to have to be picked up, and now, once they're in the shuttle, the Scouts can try to snipe them, but Doty, he needs to run away from the Archon. He can still engage the other Scouts. He does have an upgrade advantage. Upgrade advantage for Scouts, though, not as important. Just doing the math here, real quickly, it's 250 health, divided by 28 is 9. Is going to be 9 shots. I think it might still even be 9 shots once it gets up to 30. Yeah. It actually does not matter. In Scout versus Scout combat to have that attack upgrade. Oh, he even got +1 armor? I don't think the +1 armor matters either. I don't know if the antimatter missiles are... I don't know if those count as, Sorry. I don't know if those count as a double attack, like the Goliath missiles do. The damn armor gets applied twice. Even if it does, though, I still think that both of them get Okay. I'm still trying to do math in my head. It's a terrible idea, as always. It's like an extra -10 damage over the life of the Scout. Is that... I don't know if that's enough to make it not be 9 hits anymore. I mean, there are other things to consider. Tanks damage from cannons, and that time, versus the cannons, it absolutely will matter. Versus Archon Splash, not if the Archon is directly hitting it, but if it's in the peripherals, it'll make a difference. Alright. So, it looks like that's +2 upgrade. It might have just been they didn't want to get a Fleet Beacon, because you can't get +2 attack until you have the Fleet Beacon. Because he's getting +2 attack now. That might be it. And, Scouts taking a beating. Here are more Scouts. Alright. And more Scouts. Four Stargates off of 2 bases. All of them making Scouts. None of them making carriers. I really think Yan just misclicked. He doesn't know which one of those upgrades, which one of those pictures is actually the one that makes your Scouts faster. Scout speed on this map. I can't tell if people in the chat are being sarcastic, but scout speed actually makes a difference. It makes a big difference having speed scout. Scout vision range is the absolute most worthless upgrade in the game. Like, bar none. There is not a single upgrade that is worse. Like, ghost vision range, not as bad. Not as bad. There is a use for having ghost vision range. It means that you're able to nuke a little bit farther without scanning. It has a purpose. Hallucination? There have been games where hallucination was used effectively. Not many, but some. Scout vision upgrade, no. Never, 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 never. Alright, so Yan is getting a nice high scout number. He hasn't been upgrading his scouts, but it's not making a huge difference right now. Dodie forced to run away. He does have some threevers, though. He abandoned one, so he's down to 3, and it doesn't look like he wants to go for harass. Instead, we prefer to keep everything alive. Keeping everything alive is good. Okay. You know what would be hilarious? If Yan thought he got the speed upgrade. He thought he got the speed upgrade, and then he assumed that Dodie also got the speed upgrade. So when his scouts are the same speed as Dodie's scouts, he goes, alright, we both got the speed upgrade. I can't pursue, that's fine. But in reality, oh hey, he's getting the speed upgrade. Okay. He figured it out. He figured out what was up. So, picking up another Reaver, going in with the double Reaver harass, and oh no! Oh no! Instantly going to die, and this is just a horrible, horrible attack from Dodie. Shuttle with 2 Reavers goes down, and the 2 Reavers that do land do not do a whole lot of damage, and some scouts are getting picked off while trying to retreat. Oh, boy, that is bad. Speed still has a little bit of a ways to go, so he can't pursue yet. Dodie's still not getting it, despite how many scouts he has. Alright. So, despite the bad engagement Dodie's had, he still is reaping the rewards from a good early game. And he has had a 3rd base up for quite a while now. Ian's getting his 3rd base up, but despite the fact that Dodie lost all those units, he's still ahead in supply. For the time being. Alright, so +1 on the ground forces, +1 attack. In the air, 2 and 1 armor. I'm not getting any more from either of them. Unfortunately, yet to see Yan use his double upgrades, but oh, here comes the engagement. The Archons, oh, the Archons are so good versus everything, actually. The 3 Archons here is going to be too much. I think that they might be better served going after the scouts, just because, oh, yeah, see, look at that speed, the blazing speed. So much faster than the other scouts. But they're getting cornered here. They want to defend this base. Now, do need to stay away from the Archons. The Archons are going to do too much damage if the scouts stick around. And the cannon gets taken out too. Once again. Oh, Yan trying to transfer probes. Bad idea. Yan, transfer him back. Transfer him back. There we go. That probe is not going to transfer back. A scout's coming in again. Ooh, they managed to snipe a scout and an Archon and pull back without taking a hit. Very nice. Very nice for Yan there. What's not very nice is that he's still on 2 bases. And by 2 bases, I mean one. Really, he's on 1 base. Dodie has 1 and 2, although that one's getting low, and starting to set up number 3. Alright, one Zealot trying to get a High Templar snipe. Almost. Only need 1 more hit, but not quite. Oh, some DTs. from DTs from Yan, stopping the Zealot that was attacking this Nexus. You can see the shield is a lot lower than the health, when normally it would be a little bit higher. Huh. Alright, so. That's +3 attack. +3 attack, so since he's getting +3, it does mean that Dodie wanted +2 attack before +1 armor, but he just didn't have the fleet beacon done yet. Those scouts are still slow. Dodie, not a fan of speed scouts. Yeah, does he have no, he doesn't have any upgrades for the Archons. It's just a whole heaping mess of Archons. And he does have a shield battery. I wonder if he's been using that, or if that was just from the very beginning of the game and he never got around to it again. Yan, now able to transfer the probes over. Really? I think this is a solid strategy from Yan. Just from this point on, he's going to make nothing but Archons and Cannons. I think if he did that, he'd be in a pretty good position. Oh. Did he getting some Corsairs? Getting a couple of Corsairs just to do a little bit of extra damage? So that's 2, and then a third one. Alright, and Yan is expanding again. So with this base, he will be on even bases. Exactly, mirrored bases to Dodie. Assuming that he can get it up. And the Reavers going in, gonna try to splash some Archons. Oh, that was what I meant. There was one hit in there that was good and hit all the hit many Archons, but the other ones just hit a single Archon. So I thought that going for an Archon strategy, if you had a double gas, would not be the worst thing in the world. I think it could work. Alright, I was wrong. The glare is moving in the other direction. It is getting progressively worse. Alright. Alright. Even with these Archons, Yan's still in a difficult position. Does he have any more coming? Is it just these 6? Okay, 8. 8 Archons is a lot. He really... No! No! Yeah, that is a mistake. That right there. He has 2 Zealots. No, I'm sorry, that's a Zealot and 2 DTs that can actually use that armor upgrade. He should be getting the shield upgrade. That'd be so much better right now. Would actually make a difference. But here comes the attack. Yan has a lot of Archons. I don't know if it's enough Archons. The splash damage is going to be... Oh, a D-Web. 1 D-Web is actually going to shut down everything down. I clicked on the fleet beacon to look for it. But Dodie hadn't started it. He's now done. Now wins that battle absolutely. And Dodie ties it up 1-1. Alright. Give me a 30-second break here. I need to go and tell game what's up. tank in the next game here. Alright. Alright, we're good. So, man, these blinds do absolutely nothing for me. It's actually amazing how little they block out. Alright. In the top position is Yan as the brown Protoss. And in the left position as the purple Protoss is Dodie. Oh, man. Dodie, you have a lot more to go. You already played like 5 of these. And then now you're doing this set, and then if you win, you have another set. Actually, we're in round of 4. Whether he wins or loses, he has another set of 5. Dodie has a lot to go. Alright. And it looks like he's going to get aggressive. Okay, I like... If Dodie does the same strategy he did game 1, I like it on this map. This is a really great map to go for Proxy Reaver. And this is a really great map to go for an aggressive 2-gate. So I think Dodie going aggressive 2-gate into Proxy Reaver, which it looks like he's gearing up for, at least the 2-gate part, is a very strong idea. Unfortunately, it's kind of hard to hide from your opponent, because the scouting probe will never die, but other than that... Does Yan not know this map either? It's possible. I mean, the reason the probe got there so fast, in part because it was lucky, but in part because the bases are just so close together. Alright. So, looks like for all of Yan's fears about being Manor Pylon, he is finally, in fact, going to be Manor Pylon. Dodie throwing down 1 here. And, Manor Pylon... Wait, what? Dodie! Is Dodie gonna do... Dodie's gonna do what I said. Oh, man, Dodie. Me and him, man, we discussed this. We didn't actually discuss this, but this is totally what I was describing in the last set. Like, I totally think Forge FE, don't build any zealots, can work. This is not the map I would have suggested it for because the bases are so close together, but it still might work. Also, there's no probe holding this mineral. Like, the probe's turn, it's not actually facing the mineral anymore. I like it when probes accidentally do that. It'll pick up when he moves again, but... It's like, the probe's standing there. He doesn't actually need to be carrying the mineral. He can just set it down next. Okay, now it picks it up. See? Like, there's no reason to just constantly hold it in front of yourself. You can set it down. Relax for a little while. Alright. So, now, this seems really scary. It seems really scary for Dodie. Because you think, well... Think about how Zerglings can do versus walls, where a wall like this can sometimes not hold out Zerglings. And then you consider how much health the Zealots have, and how much damage Zealots do. And you think there's no way that you could wall out Zealots. It's just not going to work. They're too beefy and they can tank up too many tank shots. Or, not tank shots. They can tank up too many photon cannon shots. But, you have to remember, Yan can't make Zealots anywhere near as much as a Zerg player can make Zerglings. He's going to be a much slower production of Zealots. So he has 5 now. Where at this point a Zerg player could have 18 Lings or whatever. Or a really high number. So this wall, I think, will be enough. I think it's going to be enough for a while. Like, this is certainly enough to be back 5. Especially with making a couple zealots to fill up the holes instead of cannons. Alright. Dodie even slipping in the Manor Assimilator. Interesting. Really gonna stop Yan from getting gas. He has to throw one down in his natural. But Dodie, I guess Dodie gets to have better tech. He's already getting his Cyber Core. And that Geyser has almost 300 gone from it. So yeah, he's gonna be about 300 gas ahead. Just about 300 gas ahead before Yan takes the first gas out of his. So, Yan went for the bust, and it did not work at all. Tried to get the run by, but Dodie too good on the block, and yeah, this totally seems like it should work. The counter was not going to be overwhelming it with zealot numbers. The counter to it was going to be expanding twice. And Yan did not expand twice, so Dodie's going to come out ahead. Alright, so Stargate on the way, but Stargate after Robo. I don't think we've seen this. We've seen proxy Robos for the Fast Reaver, but I don't think we've seen a Robo in base. Followed by an immediate Stargate. Now, that being said, these bases are so close together, and Dodie's in the good position, being counterclockwise of his opponent, that it's almost as close to a proxy. It's like, it could be closer if it was built up here, but it's not that much further away being here, if he wants to go for faster Reavers. And it looks like he's going to be going for Reavers, but not the shuttle. So he's not going to be offensive with them, just going to play passively. Finally able to take out that assimilator. And getting the first scout out now. So what do we have here? Yan's base is looking pretty shored up versus scouts. This cannon covers all this. This cannon's gonna cover all of this. I think that these three buildings are gonna be vulnerable, and then these buildings, but none of the probes are. Over here is these cannons. Nothing in the natural. Nothing in the natural is gonna be vulnerable. And as the scout comes in, it's gonna poke around a little bit. I think the only thing it can do is attack the Citadel, which is probably not even worth it to attack the Citadel, because whether Yan is going for speed or for a Temple Archives, he can get it down before the Citadel can be killed. Then again, the Cyber Core really doesn't have a whole lot of use either. I guess if you kill the Cyber Core, they have to remake it to get more Stargates. Oh, found a nice little sweet spot here where he can pick off probes. And now pulling back. Actually, a little bit surprised that he's pulling back. Did he discover? Oh, he did discover this base. Okay, that's what's up. So, Dodie wants to prevent the cannon from going down so that he still has access here, and having a little bit of micro fun with his zealots, just keeping him alive long enough for reinforcements to come. And here comes Yan's first scout. It looks like, yeah, these two scouts are going to kill each other perfectly. There they both go. And the Nexus, that's going to fall. Will it fall? Will it fall? It's recovering health. I wasn't factoring that in, but it is recovering health as it still builds. It's only at about 350. Oh yeah, certainly going to die. I don't like this decision from Dodie. He's going to snipe the Nexus, and that's cool, but all of his zealots went down. All of his zealots went down, and he didn't exactly get a whole lot of Yan. Actually, why are none of these injured? Did he just not attack any of the zealots? I think he would have been better off using the Reaver to help fight the zealots. The zealots would not have been able to pursue the Reaver, and he would have been able to snipe that Nexus anyway. But I think he could have also picked up some zealot kills there, and helped out his own zealots. So, Doty's getting up his third expansion, and this one is very far away from Yan. I don't think Yan's going to be doing too much about it. Depends on how long it takes him to scout. Alright. So, once again, Doty with the scout armor upgrade. As he's going in again, he has 5 scouts out now, and he does need to engage here. Ugh, getting one of them. He has just so many scouts. As long as he avoids the cannons, he's going to be fine. And we still have the Reaver alive over here, able to drop a Zealot even. So there we go. Now gets it, and the Zealots are going to come back, threaten the Reaver a little bit, but the Reaver's picked back up. And not getting a whole lot of economic damage, but still being annoying, being, well, just harassing. Being a harassment to Yan. Yan has his fleet beacon. He's not going to get interceptor upgrade. That's nice. Getting scout speed. Alright. Doty's picked up the Reavers again. He needs to be careful. This is, what, 4 scouts? Does he have him hockey? No, it's 5 scouts. I don't even see where the other scout is. Oh, there's one tucked right in there. Okay. So 5 scouts, 5 times 30 is 150 damage. So 2 shots from the scouts easily kills the shuttle. Almost 1 shot, but not quite 1 shot. He needs to be very careful about moving around with the shuttle. Even if he has more scouts and has an escort, it can still be picked off. Actually, yeah. Alright. So we do have a couple Corsairs coming out now. We saw him use debuff very effectively, and now a Citadel and Fleet Beacon. That is not the first time today we've seen a Citadel build simultaneously with a Fleet Beacon. Now the Templar Archives. The Scouts can pick off the Reaver. The Scouts can pick off the Reaver in the shuttle, but they can do that at pretty much any time they want to. The only thing Doty can do is have so many Scouts around to say, yes, you can kill my Reavers, but I'm just going to make it so painful for you that you won't want to come and snipe my Reaver. But the Scouts do have enough health that they can tank. They can take Doty's scout shots until the Reavers go down. Or at least till the shuttle goes down. The Reavers are a little bit harder. Now doing some nice micro here, but he needs to figure out something to do fast. The Reaver already has 11 kills, 9 just coming right there as 9 of the probes go down. The Zealots are coming in, and they should be able to help out. Where is the shuttle? The shuttle is not picking up the Reavers, so the Reavers are going to be lost. And actually, the Scouts, they got distracted? I thought he had so many more Scouts than Yan did, but he's only going to barely win that fight. Were all the Scouts attacking the Citadel? That Citadel has a lot more damage than Reaver shots. I think all the Scouts are attacking the Citadel, allowing Yan to get a really nice engagement there. Far, far better than he should. Doty should have absolutely crushed that. He even had an upgrade advantage, which we're not exactly sure how much the upgrade advantage does, but he had it, along with huge numbers. Wow. Alright. So, getting another upgrade. Getting another upgrade. He's going to be up to 2-1. And where'd the shuttle go? There's the shuttle. Heading in for another wave of harass. This time with a DT, but pulling back, which he really needs to. The speed shuttle is still very fast, and it can get out of danger, but just one volley from Yan is going to be so powerful. Looks like Doty's flying all the way back home. Man, like, I can see the sun lines like going across my monitor, but it's at the point right now where it's like it's at its worst. It's coming. I can see it's almost going to be gone, but it's at the absolute brightest. It's actually making it really hard to see. All right. So, Reaver going in again, and the Corsair damage. You can just see on the shields how much the Corsairs actually hit with their attacks. It looks like with pretty even numbers, it's going to be a pretty close trade. Doty coming out just barely ahead, and once again, these Zealots can come up and pick off solitary Reavers pretty easily. Looking to snipe the Cyber Core, not going to be able to finish it before the +2 attack finishes. So, the Scout, once I'm able to click on it, there we go, it does have +2 attack. Managed to snipe the Citadel. So that's kind of nice. I mean, he needs to remake it if he wants speed, I guess. Well, he's also going to snipe the Templar Archives. So, one more shot. One more shot! No. Picking it up. At least he does keep the Reaver alive this time, before the speed lots can get back. And the Templar Archives is going to go down. The Cyber Core might go down too. Alright. So, if Yan wants to get out his Archons, which he favored so highly at the end of last game, he's going to need to remake a Cyber Core, then a Citadel, and then the Templar Archives. A lot of money gone for him. A nice harass from Doty, who, in terms of unit composition, traded almost evenly. Scout for Scout. So, a second Cyber Core for Doty, which means that he's going to get 3-2 simultaneously. That's the only thing it could be for at this point. Alright, and now the Reaver's going in once again. He's been able to do damage with the Reavers, but aside from the very beginning when he got those 9 probes, none of it's been economic damage. It's just been taking out buildings, which is kind of interesting. Unpowering the only 2 gateways Yan owns. Also interesting, he has more Stargates than he does gateways. And the Cyber Core has been rebuilt, but the Cyber Core is going to be destroyed yet again. The Corsair coming in, doing some good damage to the Scouts before the Scouts could pick it off, and now air-to-air engagement. Doty's going to be able to win that, though. He has 2-1 compared to 2-0, and it's it just comes in and picks off buildings. He came in, picked off a pylon, picked off the Cyber Core, and then traded about even Scout for Scout. I think Doty came out a little bit farther ahead. Obviously, he came out with the winning force, but he went in with more to begin with. So, having a little bit of fun there. Reaver's dropping once again. Now he's going after Stargates, trying to cut down on units production. I guess if he keeps taking out buildings like this, Yan won't be able to use the economy that Doty's not hurting. But every time these Zealots come, the Reavers just do not want to mess with them. The Zealots will take them out too fast. Now, very interesting strategy from Doty. You very rarely see this in any matchup, for the player to go for consistent harass like this, but it's just consistent harass on buildings. It's not consistent harass on the probes. It's not consistent harass on a Nexus. It's just on these peripheral buildings. And it's working out for him so far. Looks like another gateway is going to go down. Fleet Beacon taken out. He's actually going to lose that gateway and have no tech. Like, no tech at all. Okay, he's rebuilding the Cyber Core. That'd be funny if all he had was pylons, cannons, and Stargates. His only buildings. It looks like Yan's switching to the Corsairs. It's a nice move. He needs to be able to get more units out faster. And Doty is splitting out his scouts, but when Doty doesn't split out his scouts, that's when the problem's going to come. For him, as the Corsairs will be able to do a lot of damage. We've established Corsairs very good versus scouts. And oh boy, now we're getting the big Reaver shots. That's what the Reavers have been looking for so long, for the Zealots to be clumped up far away. And it looks like Yan's going to be losing all of his Zealots now. Doty, with ridiculous patience. Ridiculous patience, and it's patience that's not turtling. He's clearly not turtling, but he's being so patient in his attacks, which is weird and almost an oxymoron, but in this case, he's just doing very patient attacks, never going for the jugular, just doing damage and a little bit more and a little bit more over and over and over again. Alright, more scouts coming in. Obviously, Doty just wants to continue production on them. He's mined out in his main 2 bases. So he does have some corner expansions, which will be saturated. Meanwhile, Yan has 2 bases up of his own, although it's about to be 1, as that base is going to come out. And his main base is still under siege. He's losing his buildings. He needs to remake Gateway. Like, he's actually having the problem right now if he doesn't have tech. He's going to be out of gateways and lose all of his tech structure, so he can't make more. And he's going to have to start at the very bottom of the tech tree again. And that's going to be ridiculous. Scouts coming in. Stargate goes down. There's only 1 Stargate left, 1 powered gateway left. Well, 1 gateway at all left. And, oh great. Alright, Yan's been remaking Stargates over here. He's getting an armor upgrade, so he's going to have 2 on. But the main's almost gone. Like, scouts have whittled away at this main, so that it has very little left. Still can make probes, though. Still can make probes. And, alright, it looks like this game Doty did get scout speed. So that's good. Doty realizing that scout speed is actually a pretty cool upgrade. I do find it interesting that all the expansion attempts, Yan has tried to expand here and here, and Doty has tried to expand here and here. All of them to corners. For whatever reason, players feeling that corner expos are a lot safer right now. Doty, running out at corner expos, has to expand here next. I guess he could take this corner expo now that Yan's not in it anymore, but nah. It's 141 supply for Doty compared to 84 for Yan, and there's actually nothing to stop this now. Well, there are a lot of Corsairs. Oh boy. The Corsair versus Scout fight. Whoa. Whoa. Okay. Okay. Anybody who said Scouts beat Corsairs, me included, because I totally said that, is dead wrong. The Corsairs with less upgrades murdered those Scouts. They weren't spread out, but man, it is very hard to spread them out to a necessary point. And Doty's lead that was at 60 is now at like 20. Man. I mean, Doty's still in a good position and all. He has nice upgrades, he has bases spanning across the entire map, has lots of cannons, but ooh. And Doty's now making some Corsairs. I'm actually kind of surprised he didn't just leave the Reavers here. Like, there would have been no way to kill the Reavers. Oh, well, there's now 1 scout out. And Yan, slowly remaking tech. He has a Citadel. He has a Citadel, and the Corsairs are moving in. The Fleet Beacon's gone. He cannot research... he cannot research... D-Web, there we go. He cannot research D-Web. But he can defend the space against scouts. He even has the plasma shield upgrade. There's the forge. I was wondering where he was getting that from. So yeah, I getting some sick upgrades. He's gonna have 2 shield, 1 armor, 2 attack. And now Doty's gonna counter with his own Corsairs. Does he get D-Web? I don't know if he gets D-Web. He has 3-3. It's 3-3. And the armor did not matter for the scouts, but the armor matters a lot for the Corsairs. So the fact that it's going to be 3 armor versus 1 armor, Doty's, let's see. These do 7 damage. 7 minus 4 is 3. Doty does 8 damage. 8 minus 2 is 6. Doty does double damage with his Corsairs. Right now, Yan has another attack upgrade coming, but you get the point. Doty's Corsairs are going to just... Well, Doty's Corsairs are going to be really good versus Yan's. Oh, especially if Yan is not focusing on them, not spreading out. Doty does have a good surround now, and Yan, the one thing he had going for him this game is gone. GG. A very hard fought game from Doty. It's going to take it, go up 2-1. All right. Game number 4. Man. This was supposed to be done in 3 hours, huh? We were supposed to be done with the entire tour in 13 minutes. All right. In the top left is Yan as teal, and in the bottom right is Doty as red. Yeah, Corsairs are good. You need the Fleet Beacon upgrade for the armor, but not the plasma shield that you get from the forge. So, I think the guy in the chat meant the armor upgrade. You don't need Templar Archives for anything. Actually, oh, we have proxies? Okay, we have kind of late proxies, because he's already at 8 supply. No, it's just gonna be built out here. Okay. You don't need the Templar Archives for the shield upgrade. The shield upgrade you can actually... The shield upgrade is the only upgrade in the game with 3 levels that you don't need a building for additional levels for. Every other one you need some other building for the additional levels. But the Protoss Plasma Shield upgrade, you can get level 3 with just a forge. So Yan is, I don't know, kind of weird. Like, you almost get the feeling that he wanted to go proxy 9-9 gates, but then just sent the probe out too late, and he was like, oh, fuck it, I'm just gonna build it here. Man. Apparently, this is the first time we've had the players not a fan of the matchup. In the TVT and the TVZ, they both of them really liked the constraints and thought they were really fun games, and they're certainly entertaining games to watch. But I guess Protoss players just really do not like microing scouts. All right, so Yan is going proxy 9-9, semi-proxy 9-9 gate. And Doty scouts that nothing's there. But he's gone a 2-gate of his own. Like, there's no way this can work. It's like, it's not going to do anything. Alright. So, here comes Yan's first Zealot. Doty's first Zealot's already out. Like, yeah. It's even supply, and Yan's cutting probes. Yeah. How do you mess up a 9-9 gate? Whatever. Whatever. Pretty bad start for Yan. Now, in all of these games, we've had 2 gates. It's been 2 gate versus 2 gate, and then variation off of that. Exception of Dodie, who went 4 jet feet, which was awesome. But in the first set we saw, I don't think there was a single 2... No. I think there was 1 2-gate mirror, but more than half of the builds were not 2 gates. Or not at least a quick 2-gate. They waited a while before throwing down the second gateway. Alright. So, Dodie with a Zealot advantage, 5 versus 6. Yan does have a probe, though, which helps a little bit, but obviously not as much as a Zealot does. Wow. And Dodie's putting a proxy down, too. You need the Cyber Core to get +2 and +3 shields? Really? I didn't know that. What an odd building to need to have. Alright. That's... yeah. Okay, cool. Normally, like, there seems to be like some kind of internal logic with that, with the upgrades. Like for Terran, it makes a lot of sense. To get higher level stuff, you need to be smart. To be smart, you need a science facility. That makes a ton of sense. Protoss, to get higher level stuff, you need to be smart. To be smart, you need a Templar Archives. Okay, that's like, of all the buildings to be smart at, Templar Archives seems like the best one. For those. You want better air upgrades? Fleet Beacon. Obvious. Man's going in. I think Dodie has better Zealot numbers here. It's pretty close, though. Really just going to come down to the micro, even if one player does have 1 or 2 more. Dodie coming in. Man, some serious micro from both players here. And I'm not sure... It looks like Dodie's getting a little bit better rend, yeah, and reinforcements coming in. Yan is going to be pushed back. I don't know if Yan has a whole lot of options to do anything else. I mean, he was 9-9 gate. He's just throw down a 3rd gateway. He's just going to make Zealots until the game's... Well, not until the game's over, but he's just going to make a lot of Zealots right now. Dodie, also going to make a lot of Zealots. It is 4 gate versus 3 gate. Anyway, getting back to what I was saying. Protoss air upgrades, you need the Fleet Beacon. Makes sense. High-level flying stuff building. Zerg, high-level air upgrades, you need a Greater Spire. High-level building. To get most upgrades, you need appropriate lair or hive. That makes sense. Kind of like evolving, and as the entire base evolves, you can get better stuff. But the Cyber Core, it's like, I don't know what that has to do with shields. It's like a building that allows you to tech that has air upgrades at it, somehow powers the shields. Like, if you needed a shield battery, that would make sense. It'd be a really stupid requirement, but it makes sense. The Cybercore has a shield. Everything has a shield. The Zealots have a shield. The Gateway has a shield. The Pylon has a shield. Everything has a shield. Alright. So, Dodie coming in for an attack again. And again, it's going to come down to the micro, even if Dodie has a little bit better of a Zealot count. And it looks like this time, Dodie's Zealot micro is not working out. Another group of 3 Zealots come out, and Dodie is going to be the one who forced to pull back. I definitely think that Yan had the better micro in the second engagement, Dodie in the first. And now... it's 63 supply for Dodie compared to 54 for Yan. A nice 10 supply lead in Dodie's favor. And yeah, right now Dodie likes to be here. It's a dangerous position, but Dodie wants to be there. Going in for another attack. Dodie's not using all of his units. So this is a nice engagement for Yan, at least at the start. Now looking a little bit more even, but no. There we go. Yan had got the much better start in that one. Dodie didn't have half of his army quite there and ready to fight. Meanwhile, Dodie, he's 4-gating. It's what he is going to do. Yan has expanded. Alright. Yan has broken the cycle of Zealots. You know what? For a No Goon tour, we have not seen quite this level of Zealot versus Zealot action. We've not seen people quite dismiss every other thing the Protoss can do so heavily as we have in this set. Alright. Doty's supply lead is gone. It is tied up. And, shield battery. It's gotta be a shield battery. You can't go 5-gate. You can't go 5-gate, and unless you're gonna put the Cyber Core out here. The Zealots are trying. It's gonna be close. Yet again, every one of these engagements is coming down to the wire. And this time, oh, Doty's gonna be the one to pull back. It was about even, just waiting a little bit longer, get more reinforcements in there. Doty is doing a lot of micro in these engagements, sometimes working out, sometimes not. And now Doty has 500 minerals. It will be for shield battery. Probably also going to expand. He has scouted. He did see that Nexus. And there we go. He's also expanding. So both players expanding, and Doty now has a shield battery to fall back to if things get a little bit hairy for him. It is 62 supply compared to, wow, 46. Yan has fallen off. He is not. He only has 3 gateways, and he shouldn't be that high on the minerals. Or he has 3 gateways, not only has 3 gateways. He has 3 gateways. He shouldn't be that high on the minerals. So I think he missed a round of production. And then did not come on the better side of that last engagement. But he has a shield battery now. So, yet again, we come to an impasse here. I don't think that the aggressor can push up this. And still, we are more than 10 minutes into the game. No gas. No buildings other than pylon, shield batteries, forges, and gateways. No, sorry. Pylon, shield batteries, nexus, and gateways. We don't have a forge. Isn't this what Warcraft 2 was? Like, I'm not a competitive... I did not follow the competitive Warcraft 2 scene, but I thought that this was just what the games were. Lots of foot soldiers and grunts. That's what they were called, right? I mean, eventually you transitioned into lots of axe throwers and archers, but at the beginning it was lots of foot soldiers and grunts. And dang, that is a lot of zealots to be microing. Yan splitting up his forces so he can go for a little bit of a surround to his 9-unit control groups, not 6. You could select 9 units at once. I don't even know if there were control groups in that game. It's... Again, it's going to be close. I think Doty has more zealots, but Yan has a better positioning. And Doty, he's trying to use fancy micro here, but I'm not sure if the micro is helping him or hurting him, as the zealot numbers equal out, and now Yan has an advantage using some of the shield battery energy. And Doty is going to lose again. We do have a cannon out now. So Yan has gotten up a forge. No gas. No gas. Gas would be ridiculous. But he does have a forge. Doty... Oh! The 12-minute gas! And a cyber core. Oh, yeah! Yo, he was totally right. It wasn't the little guys. It was the ogres. The ogres, because they had an ability that it was like Stim Pack, but better. And they just ate everybody. Yeah. So apparently, after double checking with somebody else, you do actually need a cyber core to get more shield upgrades. Like, I didn't know that. I don't think many people knew that. Because you get them so rarely anyway, and by that point you already have a cyber core. The only way you would notice that is if, like, your cyber core got destroyed and you had no minerals and you had a really late game army. You wanted to beef up your archons and use all your remaining minerals on that. It's like such an extreme scenario. And then notice, after your cyber core had been destroyed, oh, I can't get shield upgrades anymore. Weird. Alright. So, Dodie did not end up building a shield battery, and is now getting some cannons. And we have a Stargate. Double Stargate from Dodie. Yan getting +1. That should be a Citadel. Yeah, getting a Citadel and also a Stargate. So, Dodie's going to get some speed lots. Or, excuse me, Yan's going to get some speed lots. With +1. It's not going to happen for a while, but it's going to come. And man, there are a lot of speed lots. Like, the scouts have so far to go before they actually become relevant. Because one scout over this army, Yan does not give a fuck. Does not care at all if there is one scout picking away at this army. It's more annoying than anything else. Like, he doesn't care about the zealots, he more cares that there's a constant thing saying, you're under attack. You're under attack. Yan coming in, oh, no. No, this is bad. I don't know what he was going. I don't know why he's coming around from the side. It's like there's no real high ground advantage here. Like you can see your opponent's zealots, which is kind of nice, but that's about it. And really, it doesn't matter how good of a surround you have. Dodie has so many zealots and has 4 cannons, so it's not gonna work out. 116 supply compared to 104. Yan has pulled ahead after a couple of failed attacks from Dodie. Oh, Dodie's getting +1 too. +1 also. Along with +1 air weapons. He really likes the +1 air weapons. I don't think it's very good. I really don't think, unless you're going for Corsairs, I don't think that the +1 air weapons are really worth it. Alright, so Stargate coming out. Speed's getting close to done, +1's getting close to done. And we have a Templar Archives along with 3 more gateways. Yan also getting +1. Like, I should really do the math out on a piece of paper just to make sure that it's the same number of hits to kill a scout with +1 or without +1, but I really think so. Alright. Yeah, I guess it does help versus the Zealots. Zealots have 160 divided by 8 is 20 shots. Takes 20 scout shots to kill a Zealot, not including shield regeneration. So really like 22. 23 probably. I'm gonna guess 23 shots to kill a Zealot with a scout. But with +1, it's 160 divided by 9. Which is... what? 10 plus 70 divided by 9? 17 shots? 19. So like it's like 19 shots compared to 23 shots to kill a Zealot with a scout if you have +1. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. It's... whoa. The upgrades, we can't see it yet. It's 28 damage. It's 28 plus 2. The attack upgrade on the ground is 8. 8 plus 1. So it's 9 with +1. No, there we go. See, 8 plus 1, 28 plus 2. Oh man, I didn't even include armor when dealing with the Zealots. Zealots have armor. They have 1 armor. So it's like, it's not even 23 shots. It's less than 20, it's more than 23 shots. Oh god, it takes so long. Wait, versus flying it's doing 28, plus 2 is 30. Oh man, okay, so... that's a lot of Zealots. 160 divided by 70 is 20 plus 20 divided by 7. Or, I said 70. 20 divided by 7 is about 3. So 23, like 25, 26. 26, maybe 27 shots to kill a Zealot with the Scout. with no upgrades for either of them. That's pretty awful. Alright. Well, it's going to come down to one engagement. It's going to come down to one engagement here as to who can pull it out in the end. Yan has a small supply lead, and he has Archons. Dodie has one Archon. He also doesn't have the same plus, he doesn't have the same attack upgrades. He has less attack. Hidden Expo going down for Yan over here. That might be the no, it's not gonna be the catalyst because Dodie's moving out with the scouts. The slow scouts. Nope. Nope, Yan's moving in. +2? +2's almost done. You probably want to wait for that. Okay, one storm going down, an absolutely amazing storm. Oh man, did that storm do a lot of damage. Like, that's it. Like, that second storm. If Dodie's able to hold, which I think he will be able to. If he's able to hold, it was that. The Archons do good damage. No, he's not able to hold. No, yes, no, almost. He almost holds. He almost holds. But the scouts are going to be able to clean up the zealots with their goddamn 27 attack for 27 shots per zealot. A lot of these are injured though, so the scouts will be able to clean them up. Won't be major damage. No major damage here. He loses the cannons and a pylon. Oh, here comes another Archon. Gotta kill the Archon. There we go. Archon's gone. The probes over there are safe because the cannons did disrupt mining here. But Yan has now thrown away his entire army. Dodie loses his entire army except for the scouts. He still has the scouts and DTs. Wow, those would have been really goddamn helpful. Oh, man. Alright. Dodie knows about this base. He also knows there were a lot of cannons coming in. So I don't think he can take it on. But Dodie's ahead by 20 supply now. And he is going in with DTs. There is 2 cannons. There are 2 cannons. And that's not going to be enough. Focusing down the cannon first. The cannon goes down. Archons just retreat. Archons are just going to retreat. And the DTs get to work away at all these other units. There's another cannon over here. Yan, is he going to go for another attack? Oh, no, he shouldn't. He really shouldn't right now. It's a bad idea. Well, there are cannons. There are some cannons around. The DTs could go and pick off some buildings in the base. It's not like Yan's going to have observers for a while. And he doesn't have any... Oh, he does have probes. Mining gas. Looks like Yan agreeing that DT is probably a smart option here. Alright, so Dodie gets to live. He has an observatory, so he can get an observer out. Oh, man. God, it's just so much damage to these scouts. These very, very valuable, very fragile... They're not that fragile, but very valuable scouts. And the Archons trying to splash the probes. Not going to get that many of them now coming in. And the Zealots are going after the Nexus. It looks like Zealot DT can finish it off. The DTs, they just can't kill things fast enough. Oh, wow, another round. Alright, DT's at the ramp. That's going to be the end of the Zealots. But there's still an Archon and still a couple DTs. But now they're going to head back home. So, Yan's hidden base is just countering Dodie's main base. Dodie has had this pylon. Oh, he had a pylon here. It got taken out. Now there's a DT here. But he's known that Yan hasn't expanded here for quite a while. So it's still 3 base versus 3 base. But Dodie needs to rebuild the Nexus here. Which he's not. He's actually building cannons. He needs more money to be able to build a Nexus here. That's a new one! That is a new one! My hand has fallen asleep. For PP, my hand has fallen asleep. Alright. So, 1 DT here. There's no detection, but really the DT can only attack 3 Zealots. So, DT not going to make a huge difference. And man, they're just going to go for it. Just going to go for it. There are 5 cannons, but 7 DTs plus 10-ish scouts. I don't even know how many scouts it is. I clicked on the wrong person. 12 scouts. 12 scouts do not care. Along with 6 DTs. That base is dead. 16 probes. Wow, that was 16 probes? That did not look like 16 probes. 16 probes lost. I had to just double check to make sure there wasn't some reaver drop I missed, but no. 16 probes here killed. And Yan, he needs to do something now. He did take out Doty's base, so they both have lost a base, but the Yan's about to be mined out. Yan's about to be mined out, and he doesn't look like he wants to expand again. He wants this game to be over. He wants to end it now with his Archons, but I don't think he has enough Archons. And Doty has a couple Archons of his own. There are observers. There are DTs. Can he snipe the observer? He's going for observer snipes. But the observer can't quite get there fast enough. Oh, yes it can. Boom. The other observer goes down. And Yan is in full retreat. A little bit too aggressive with that attack. And it's going to be the end of the game for him, most likely. Doty, 30 supply ahead, but this army just looks too strong. There's not a whole lot that can kill the scouts right now. Archon gets some good splash. Gets some really nice splash, but none of them actually die. Second Archon. Oh, gets one. Man, a lot of these scouts are very low. If he had a third Archon. If he had a third Archon, maybe, but... No, that's a lot of DTs anyway. So the 9-9 gates, along with the third one, will be taken out. Doty, what is Doty even making over here? He's making some cannons to defend this base. He's going to be setting up... Not even going to bother taking his own natural. Forget taking his own natural again. He's just going to go expand somewhere else. And wow, that is... There's 10 DTs. The 10 DT 11 scout attack. I like it. But here comes some Corsairs. Corsairs are good versus scouts, and we've established. Look at how low health all these scouts are. The Corsairs. No, do good Corsair micro the way you would versus Mutalisks. He doesn't have speed. You can kill them all. Well, okay, maybe not kill them all, but you could have done a lot of damage here. And the DT's taking out the Zealots on the ground, but now they don't have a way of dealing with the scouts. Is Yan actually not out of this somehow? No. No, there's no way, right? There's no way, right? Right? Scouts are all die. It's 41 supply. 41 supply, he's not... Whoa. Alright, there we go. GG. He's not mining at all. Yeah, that's kind of a problem. That's the reason he's at 41 supply. And Doty did a 2-hour-long series. Takes it 3-1. So, I do believe